आज हामी characteristics or features of management पढ्न गइरहेको छौं. Today we are going to learn and understand the characteristics or the features of management. So let me say the points of or the keywords or the points of characteristics of management. The first characteristics is goal oriented. The second one is continuous process. The third one is universal process. The fourth one is social process, and the next one is intellectual process, and the next one is pervasive function, and it is a group activity, okay, and it is science and art both, and it is a profession. So these are the characteristics or the features of management, and I will explain one by one, and I will explain you very clearly everyone. एकदम सिम्पल तरिकाले म तपाईहरुलाई एक्सप्लेन गर्न सिकाउँछु. You have to understand it very nicely. First characteristics is goal oriented. राम्ररी बुझ्नुस्, यो कसरी goal oriented हो हामीलाई प्रुभ गर्नु छ यहाँ. We have to prove it how it is goal oriented. कसरी यो यसको characteristics हो त राम्ररी बुझ्नुस्. म्यानेजमेन्टमा हुन्छ के दुईटा काम म्यानेजमेन्टले गर्छ. फर्स्ट manage the organizational resources, and second function is to perform the managerial function. यो दुईटा काम किन गर्छ त हामी सबैजनालाई थाहा छ. यो दुईटा काम किन गर्छ? To achieve the organizational goal. भयो, and in this way we can say that it is goal oriented. So यसलाई कसरी लेख्ने भने first we have to say management is goal oriented because a manager manage the organizational resources like men, money, material, machine, method, okay, and perform managerial functions like planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling only to achieve the organizational goal. That's why it is goal oriented. यही कुराले very simply that's why it is goal oriented. यो दुईटा काम भएन भने goal achieve हुँदैन. The next one is management is a continuous process. So कसरी continuous के भन्ने गरिन्छ भने management एकचोटी गर्ने काम होइन. Management is not one time job. यो एकचोटी गर्ने काम होइन. It should be done continuously. अब it should be done भनेको के म्यानेजरले जुन काम गर्छ नि दुईटा काम मैले तपाईहरुलाई भने फर्स्ट म्यानेज द अर्गनाइजेशनल रिसोर्सेस एन्ड सेकेन्ड परफर्म द म्यानेजरियल फंक्शन. यो दुईटा काम एकचोटी गर्दैन, यो कन्टिन्युअसली गर्छ. ओके, द म्यानेजमेन्ट अफ अर्गनाइजेशनल रिसोर्सेस एन्ड परफर्मेन्स अफ म्यानेजरियल फंक्शन should not be done one time. It should be done continuously throughout the whole life of the organization. It should be done until and unless there is existence of business organization. जबसम्म business organization हुन्छ तबसम्म यो management गर्ने गर्छ. That's why it is a continuous process. So फेरि म एक्चुअली फेरि भन्छु everyone, management is a continuous process. It is not one time job. The management of organizational resources and performance of managerial functions should be done continuously throughout the whole life of the organization, or it should be done until and unless there is existence of business organization. That's why it is continuous process. I hope you have understood this. The next one is the universal process. So के भन्ने गरिन्छ भने management is a universal process. किनभने the principle of management राम्ररी बुझ्नु है. universal process भनेको के हो? यो खाली नेपालको लागि म्यानेजमेन्ट होइन, यो दुनियाँको हरेक अर्गनाइजेसनले म्यानेजमेन्ट गर्नै पर्छ. एभ्रीवन म्यानेजमेन्टका प्रिन्सिपलहरू इम्प्लिमेन्ट गर्नै पर्छ. चाहे त्यो सोल ट्रेडिङ कन्सर्न होस्, चाहे त्यो पार्टनरसिप फर्म होस्, चाहे त्यो जोइन्ट स्टक कम्पनी होस्, चाहे त्यो मल्टिनेसनल कम्पनी होस्, चाहे त्यो गभर्मेन्ट अर्गनाइजेसन होस्, चाहे त्यो नन गभर्मेन्ट अर्गनाइजेसन होस्, चाहे त्यो एनजिओ होस्, चाहे त्यो आइएनजी होस्, चाहे त्यो पर्सनल एउटा इन्डिभिजुअल व्यक्ति किन नहोस्, हरेकले के गर्छ भने म्यानेजमेन्ट गर्नै पर्छ. सो त्यसैले यसलाई युनिभर्सल प्रोसेस भनिन्छ. So management is a universal process because the principle of management is applicable all over the world equally. Okay, the principle of management, the theory of management is implemented by each and every organization, either that is sole trading concern, partnership firm, joint stock company, multinational company, okay, government organization, non-government organization, NGO, INGO, etc. Each and every country, each and every organization, okay, must implement the principle of management. That's why it is universal process. I hope you have understood it very clearly. Now the next characteristics is flexible process. यसलाई dynamic process भनिन्छ. As we know that everyone, today's environment is very dynamic, which keeps changing according to time and situation. आजको वातावरण environment एकदम changeable छ, यो static छैन. Okay, यो keeps changing according to time and situation. Okay, that's why के भन्ने गरिन्छ भने management is also dynamic process. किनभने म्यानेजमेन्ट का प्रिन्सिपलहरु चेन्जेबल हुन्छन् according to time, situation, circumstance and according to changing environment. जसरी जसरी इन्भाइरोमेन्टमा चेन्जेस आउँछ त्यसरी त्यसरी प्रिन्सिपलहरुमा पनि हामी चेन्जेस ल्याउन सक्छौं. That's why it is said that it is a flexible or dynamic process. कि म्यानेजमेन्ट रिजिड हुनु हुँदैन. द म्यानेजमेन्ट का फंक्सनहरु रिजिड हुनु हुँदैन. We should अब यसलाई कसरी राम्ररी एक्सप्लेन गर्ने एभ्रीवन इन इंग्लिश, किनभने म दुईटैमा तपाईहरुलाई एक्सप्लेन गरेर बुझाइरहेको छु. So here you have to understand management is the flexible process, it is dynamic process. The principle of management keeps changing according to time and situation because business environment is ever changing factor which keeps changing according to time and situation, and according to changing environment we have to bring changes in the management principle. That's why it is flexible or dynamic process. म हरदम भन्छु कि जब जैसन तब तैसन ना बदल्ला त मर्द औरत कैसन. यदि हामी समय अनुसार आफूमा चेन्जेस लिएर आउन सकेनौं भने ओके हामी मार्केटमा टिक्न सक्दैनौं. We cannot be sellable in the market. That's why to do the management very effectively and efficiently, the management functions must be changeable according to time and situation. In this way we can say that management is a flexible or dynamic function. The next one is management is pervasive function. यो भनेको के हो राम्ररी बुझ्नुस् एभ्रीवन. नयाँ वर्ड छ pervasive function, but the explanation is very easy. Explanation एकदम सजिलो छ. Management is the pervasive function भनेको के हो भने it is done by all level of management. Means the management of organizational resources and the performance of managerial function is done by all level of management. And you know that everyone, there are three level of management: top level management, middle level management and lower level management. These three level of management has to perform the management, okay, has to do management very effectively and efficiently to achieve the organizational goal. That's why it is said that it is a pervasive function of management. Means it is done by all level of management. Means the performance of managerial function and the management of organizational resources, these two functions are done by all level of management. That's why it is said that it is pervasive function of management. So I hope you have understood this. The next one is it is an intellectual process. Management is an intellectual process. Yeah, intellectuals भनेको के हो भने एभ्रीवन राम्ररी बुझ्नुस्. Intellectual means intelligence सँग रिलेटेड छ. है आफ्नो माइन्ड सँग रिलेटेड छ. Means it is said that कि management is not a cup of tea for everyone. यो cup of tea होइन. It is a hard coconut to break. सबजनाले म्यानेजमेन्ट गर्न सक्दैन एभ्रीवन because it is an intellectual process where a manager has to use his mind, okay, his intelligence. A manager has to use his skill, ability, knowledge and experience. Okay, only then he can perform the managerial function and manage the organizational resources very effectively and efficiently. Otherwise it is very difficult. That's why it is an intellectual process where a manager has to use his mind, his intelligence, his skill, his ability, his knowledge and experience. Okay, त्यसैले यो सबजनाले गर्न सक्दैन एभ्रीवन. जसले आफ्नो माइन्डलाई युज गर्छ, आफ्नो इन्टेलिजेन्सलाई युज गर्छ, आफ्नो स्किल, एबिलिटी, नलेज एन्ड एक्सपिरियन्सलाई युज गर्छ, त्यसैले म्यानेजमेन्ट एकदम इफेक्टिभली एन्ड एफिसिएन्टली गर्न सक्छ. द्याट्स वाइ वी क्यान इजिली एक्सप्लेन हियर द्याट कि management is an intellectual process where a manager has to use their mind. He has to use his skill, ability, knowledge and experience. He has to use his intelligence while managing the organizational resources and while performing the managerial function. That's why it is said that it is an intellectual process. I hope you have understood this. The next point is management is a group activity. हेर्नु कति सिम्पल छ. म्यानेजमेन्ट भर्खर म भनिरहेको छु कि इट इज नट अ कप अफ टी फर एभ्रीवन. सबजनाले यो गर्न सक्दैन, एक्लैले त झन् गर्न सक्दैन. द्याट्स वाइ इट इज अ ग्रुप एक्टिभिटी. यो एकजनाले गर्ने काम होइन. म्यानेजमेन्ट इज नट अ जब अफ वान पर्सन. ओके, टु डु द म्यानेजमेन्ट निड अ ग्रुप अफ पिपल. मैले पहिला नै भने इट इज ग्रुप अफ पिपल लाइक दे रिक्वायर द ग्रुप अफ पिपल मे बी or can be or must be in the organization. They must be shareholders, okay, general manager, president, chairperson, executive director, means CEO, managing director, production manager, marketing manager, HR manager. यो सब जना चाहिन्छ. म्यानेजमेन्ट गर्नको लागि म्यानेजमेन्ट इज नट द जब अफ वान पर्सन okay to do the management to perform the managerial functions like planning organizing staffing directing controlling and to manage the organizational resources one person cannot perform all the activities they need a group of people they are I have already said you that chairperson board of directors production manager marketing manager CEO finance manager research and development manager HR manager this group of people is required to perform the managerial function and to manage the organizational resources that's why it is a group activity I hope you have understood this. Now we have 2 points left. One is management is a science and art both and management is a profession. First I will explain how management is science and art both. So यसलाई हामीले separately बुझ्नु पर्छ everyone. पहिला म तपाईलाई बताउँछु कि management is science how and management is art how. So बुझौँ everyone how management is a science. As we know that science is a systematic study of anything in this world. To get the systematic knowledge of anything it's called science okay and science का principle are universally applicable हुन्छन् है र अरु पनि बताउँछु everyone and the principle of science are based on observation experiment research truth fact etc and the principle of science establishes cause and effect relationship र management पनि के हो भने management पनि यो चारवटा जुन मैले characteristics हरु बताएँ science का management पनि यो म्यानेजमेन्टमा पनि यो चारवटा क्यारेक्टरिस्टिक्सहरु छन् म्यानेजमेन्ट इज अल्सो गेटिङ द सिस्टमैटिक नलेज अफ ह्युमन बिहेभियर म्यानेजमेन्ट इज अल्सो गेटिङ द सिस्टमैटिक नलेज अफ सोसाइटी द इन्भाइरोमेन्ट okay the social people the resources each and everything so management is also getting the systematic knowledge of okay human resources human behavior etc the society etc and the principle of management are also universally applicable as we have already explained in our previous characteristics that it is the principle of management is universally applicable equally applicable throughout whole okay of the country so यसका प्रिन्सिपलहरु पनि universally applicable छन् र okay management का प्रिन्सिपलहरु पनि यतिकै आका होइनन् the principle of management are also based on observation experiment fact research किनभने यसका प्रिन्सिपलहरुलाई स्कलर्सहरुले रिसर्च गरे ओके तिनीहरुमा अब्जर्भेसन गरे एक्सपेरिमेन्ट गरे अनि त्यसको एक्जिस्टेन्सलाई यो दुनियामा लिएर आए एभ्रीवन that's why we can say that ki management is a science too okay but it is not pure science like chemistry biology and physics it is a social science it is a human science भनिन्छ so in this way we can say that it is a science किनभने यो साइन्स जस्तै छ त्यसै गरिकन how it is an art त पहिला आर्ट को बारेमा बुझौं art is what art is a practical presentation of knowledge acquired by an artist एउटा आर्टिस्टले एक्वायर्ड गरेको जुन नलेज छ जबसम्म उसले प्र्याक्टिकली प्रेजेन्ट गर्दैन उ आर्टिस्ट हुँदैन एभ्रीवन that's why we can say that कि art is a practical presentation of knowledge acquired by an artist and artist ले के गर्छ भने artist uses his personal skills ability knowledge and experience while presenting that knowledge okay into practical this अरु पनि बताउँछु म पहिला आर्ट को क्यारेक्टरिस्टिक्सहरु बताइदिउ आर्ट इज रिजल्ट ओरिएन्टेड आर्ट के हुन्छ भने रिजल्ट ओरिएन्टेड हुन्छ र एन आर्टिस्ट लर्न्स थ्रु अ कन्टिन्युअस प्र्याक्टिस एउटा आर्टिस्ट कन्टिन्युअस प्र्याक्टिस गरेर नै राम्रो पर्फेक्ट आर्टिस्ट हुन्छ त्यसै गरिकन अब यो चारवटा कुरा मैले बताएँ कि आर्ट इज प्र्याक्टिकल प्रेजेन्टेसन अफ नलेज एन आर्टिस्ट युजेज हिज स्किल एबिलिटी नलेज एन्ड क्रिएटिभिटी व्हाइल प्रेजेन्टिङ आर्ट त्यसै गरिकन आर्ट इज रिजल्ट ओरिएन्टेड and an artist learns through a continuous practice अब मलाई हामीले के गर्नु छ भने के बुझ्नु छ भने म्यानेजमेन्ट कसरी आर्ट हो त सो म्यानेजमेन्ट इज अल्सो प्र्याक्टिकल प्रेजेन्टेसन अफ नलेज एक्वायर्ड बाइ अ म्यानेजमेन्ट एउटा म्यानेजमेन्टले जुन एक्वायर्ड गरेको छ नलेजहरु जुन प्रिन्सिपलहरु त्यसलाई पनि खाली नलेजलाई एक्वायर गरेर हुँदैन म्यानेजमेन्ट नीड टु अ म्यानेजर नीड टु प्र्याक्टिकली प्रेजेन्ट दैट नलेज एक्वायर्ड बाइ हिम उले प्रेजेन्ट गरेर देखाउनै पर्छ एभ्रीवन एन्ड while presenting a manager also has to use his creativity he has to use his skill ability knowledge and experience otherwise he cannot perform that activities उले राम्ररी गर्न सक्दैन उलाई देखाउनु पर्छ र आफ्नो पर्सनल स्किल युज गर्नु पर्छ while presenting that okay while doing that or while doing management त्यसै गरिकन as art is result oriented management is also goal oriented म्यानेजरले जे गर्छ गोल अचिभ गर्नको लागि गर्छ आर्टिस्टले जे गर्छ रिजल्ट ओरिएन्टेड को लागि मिन्स गोल अचिभ गर्नको लागि गर्छ त्यसैले हामी भन्न सक्छौं कि management is an art. Last point बाँकी छ everyone कि artist learns through a continuous practice. एउटा म्यानेजर पनि यार यतिकै थोरै सिकेर आएको हुन्छ, ऊ पनि continuous practice गर्दा गर्दा सिक्छ. त्यसैले हामी भन्न सक्छौँ कि a manager also learns through a continuous practice. So in this way we can say that कि management is an art. अब हामीले अलग अलग बुझ्यौँ. अब दुईटै कसरी बुझ्ने भने a manager is science and art both. How? A management is science and art. How? So यो दुईटै हो. Management is science and art both because a manager need to do systematic study of each and everything, and implement the principle of management universally all over the world, and the principle are universally applicable and it is based on observation, experiment and fact. र म्यानेजमेन्टलाई त्यो प्र्याक्टिकली प्रेजेन्ट पनि गर्नुपर्छ. आफ्नो नलेज एक्सपिरियन्सलाई जुन कुराहरू उसले स्टडी गर्यो त्यसलाई यदि उसले प्र्याक्टिकली इम्प्लिमेन्ट गरेन भने until and unless the manager does not practically implement the knowledge acquired by him, he cannot be an artist. That's why he cannot be a good manager. That's why we can say that कि दुईटै कुरा रिक्वायर्ड छ, दुईटै क्यारेक्टरिस्टिक्सहरू म्याच भइरहेको छ. द्याट्स वाइ म्यानेजमेन्ट इज साइन्स एन्ड आर्ट बोथ. अब लास्ट एउटा हाम्रो क्यारेक्टरिस्टिक्स फिचर्स बाँकी छ एभ्रिवान, द्याट इज म्यानेजमेन्ट इज प्रोफेसन. सो अहिले हेर्नुहोस् म्यानेजमेन्ट इमर्जिङ एउटा कुरा भइसकेको छ कि म्यानेजमेन्ट अहिले दुनियाँको लागि नै एकदम ठुलो कुरा भइसकेको छ बिकज इट इज 21st सेन्चुरी एन्ड इट इज भेरी टफ टु म्यानेज द अर्गनाइजेसन एन्ड टु अचिभ द अर्गनाइजेसनल गोल. कम्पिटिसन एकदम हाई छ र अहिले के भइरहेको छ भने यो म्यानेजमेन्टलाई किन प्रोफेसन भन्ने गरिन्छ यसलाई राम्ररी बुझ्यो. पहिला प्रोफेसन भनेको के हो? प्रोफेसन इज अ स्पेसलाइज्ड ब्रान्च अफ नलेज है. पहिला प्रोफेसनको बारेमा म बताउँछु, त्यसपछि म्यानेजमेन्टसँग रिलेट गर्छु. सो प्रोफेसन इज स्पेसलाइज्ड ब्रान्च अफ नलेज वेयर अ प्रोफेसनल पिपुल लाइक डक्टर, इन्जिनियर, चार्टर एकाउन्टेन्ट, टिचर यिनीहरूले के गर्नुहुन्छ भने उहाँहरूले कहीँ न कहीँबाट थ्योरिटिकल एज वेल एज प्र्याक्टिकल नलेजहरू एक्वायर गरेको हुनुहुन्छ है, गर्नुभएको हुनुहुन्छ. सो यु हेभ टु अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड प्रोफेसन इज वाट? प्रोफेसन इज स्पेसलाइज्ड ब्रान्च अफ नलेज. एन्ड द प्रोफेसनल पिपुल आर डक्टर, lawyer, chartered accountant, engineer, etc. They are the professional people and they acquired both theoretical as well as practical knowledge from any institution, any renowned college, any renowned universities. त्यसै गरिकन अहिले म्यानेजमेन्ट पनि प्रोफेसन भइसकेको छ. इट इज अल्सो ए स्पेसलाइज्ड ब्रान्च अफ नलेज. यसलाई छुट्टै स्टडीको रूपमा लिएको छ. म्यानेजमेन्टलाई छुट्टै पढाइ भइरहेको छ. हेर्नुहोस् न, हामी आफै भन्छौँ म म्यानेजमेन्ट स्ट्रिममा पढिरहेको छु. सो अब के भइरहेको छ भने म्यानेजमेन्टलाई छुट्टै पढाइ भइरहेको छ. इट इज अल्सो ए स्पेसलाइज्ड ब्रान्च अफ नलेज. यहाँ अबको म्यानेजरहरूलाई बोथ थ्योरिटिकल एज वेल एज प्र्याक्टिकल नलेज एक्वायर गर्नै पर्छ एभ्रिवान. पहिला खालि थ्योरिटिकल नलेज लिएर म्यानेजरहरू बन्ने गर्थे. अब तर द वर्ल्ड हेज बिन चेन्ज्ड. इट इज 21st सेन्चुरी. इट इज द एज अफ कम्पिटिसन, डिजिटलाइजेसन, कम्प्युटराइजेसन, इन्टरनेट, गुगल etc. यो एजमा के भइरहेको छ भने द म्यानेजमेन्ट हेज टु गेट बोथ थ्योरिटिकल एज वेल एज प्र्याक्टिकल नलेज. ओके, द्याट्स वाइ यसलाई के भन्ने गरिन्छ भने म्यानेजमेन्ट इज अ प्रोफेसन टु. Okay, so in this way we can understand that these are the characteristics. First characteristics, again I am going to make you understand. The first characteristic is goal oriented, second one is continuous process, third one is social process, the next one is intellectual process, त्यसपछि pervasive function, the next one is universal process, it is a group activity, and then it is science and art both, and it is a profession. So these are the characteristics of management. I hope you have understood this. Thank you.